are a student or a job seeker who has no prior work experience or work experience in full stack development, then this video is for you because I'm going to share with you some project tips as well as some project recommendations that can help you land a job as a full stack developer. So please keep watching. Don't plan a complex project upfront. Plan something simple and iteratively increase the complexity of your application. Now coming to the project topics, if you are a beginner and you haven't built any simple front-end focused project or simple back-end focused project, then I suggest that you first build something simple on front-end and back-end separately before coming into this complex full stack project. For front-end, you can even start with some like portfolio side because you can put in all of these complex projects you're going to build next in your portfolio side, and it's going to be useful in your interviews. First suggestion is to build something like a shopping site where there's going to be more than one role like buyers, sellers and admin, and this will be a complex project because each of these roles are going to have a different dashboard and different functionalities, right? Like the buyers should be able to manage their orders, buy something, and sellers should be able to create products and manage all the buyers requests, and admin should be able to manage all these buyers and sellers. So it will be a complex project and you will learn a lot about full stack development through this project. So my next suggestion is to build a chatting application. It's going to be a very interesting project because you will learn about client server communications like WebSocket, PubSub, and you can also start with something simple like just exchanging text between two people, and then you can add in features like group chat where people should be able to join the chat, leave the chat, and you can bring in last seen and whether people have seen your text, and there can be many features that could be added and you can make your project more complex. And you can also bring in something like the option to exchange image audio files. So it's going to be a very interesting project to work. And my next suggestion is to build a blogging application. So here again you can start with something simple like people should be able to post some blogs, that's it, and then you can add in more features like people should be able to follow you, people should be able to like your blogs and comment on your posts. And here again you will be learning about WebSockets and PubSub, which is efficient, and you're going to use that. So this would be an interesting project. And my next suggestion is to build a grocery or a food delivery application. Here again you'll be having three roles like customers, sellers and admin, and you can start with something simple like just customers should be able to place the orders, and sellers are going to create orders and manage orders, and the admin is going to manage the customers and sellers. Once you're done with that, you can add in more features like text message notifications. So these are the things that you can bring in once you start with something simple, and you can make your project more complex and it's going to add good value to your resume. So my next suggestion is to build a social media application like Instagram where you should be able to post images and videos. So you can start with something simple like just posting images, see how it works, and then bring in more features. And you can also bring in features like people should be able to become your friend, unfriend features and blocking features, and people should be able to comment on your post, like your post, dislike, share. So it's going to be a very interesting project. And here you will also require knowledge on how to fetch the images in an optimized way and how to store the images in an optimized way. You can also explore about using GraphQL instead of REST APIs because GraphQL will be very beneficial in these kind of use cases. So this is going to be a learning project for you and adds more value to your resume. So the next suggestion is to build a project management tool like Jira where you should be able to manage the progress of your tasks, and you can again bring in more features like people being able to comment on your projects and all of it. So this is going to be a complex project again. So this is my suggested order to build a full stack project. The first is the planning phase where you plan the project topic, which frameworks to choose for front end and back end, which language to choose, which client server communication you're going to choose for your project. There are many front end languages and examples are like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, back end languages like Java, Python, Node.js, PHP, and front-end frameworks like React.js, AngularJS, back-end frameworks like Express.js, Spring Boot, and client-server communications. You can choose REST APIs or GraphQL. So it's a vast list and you're going to choose whichever you're comfortable with. So the next is to design the front end. I'm asking you to design the front end first because once you design the front end, you'll get an idea of what are the requirements for the back-end development, like what data you need, what you want to store in your database, and you'll get some clear picture architecture once you start designing the front end. The next is to design the back end. You code the server, you set up the database and the data models, and once you're done with it, you can start building the APIs, and you have to handle it in front end too. If you're not done with the front end for API part, once you build the API in the back end, you can also use Postman to see if your APIs work fine. And finally, once you have handled it in front end also, then you are going to test your whole application. So these are the project tips and project topics that I wanted to share with you. I hope that was useful, and please subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and let's meet again with another video. Bye.